Hallo und herzlich willkommen zurück zu einer weiteren Folge Fate Stay Night Remastered. Ich bitte um die Hintergrundgeräusche zu entschuldigen, das ist halt, weil hier am Gebäude gearbeitet wird. Lässt sich halt nicht vermeiden. So. Die Truppe ist hier gekommen, um Shiro zu retten, und Archer ist jetzt zurückgeblieben, um Berserker aufzuhalten, während Shiro, Saber und Rin versuchen, durch den Wald zu fliehen. I don't know how long we have been running. Maybe 30 minutes, maybe an hour. Running doesn't take a lot out of me. I've been training hard and Saber is so light. But right now, there's something wrong inside me. The more I move, the dizzier I get. I feel like I'm about to throw up. I would have understood it if I had been bitten by a snake and the poison was doing a number on me, since we are in a forest, but this is nothing. This pain won't bring me to my knees. It's just a heaviness in my chest, and I need to throw something up. And it's nothing compared to the heat I'm feeling in my arms right now. Shabers closed her eyes, as if she were sleeping. She is not resisting, she has relaxed. Her body is growing hotter by the moment. Her clothes are damp with sweat, even though it is the middle of winter, and she has tucked her head down to hide her labored breathing from me. This is bad at this rate. It will be a repeat of that one night. The night Saber collapsed from exhaustion after using her noble phantasm against Ryder. Saber's condition hasn't changed since that night. Was she able to talk until now because she was just in the brief window before she disappeared? I run in an attempt to prevent that from coming true. Oh ne, das war die Atmung, das war keine Lache, ups. I don't care what happens to my body. I move my feet as fast as I can, hoping that we can do something as long as we make at home. I very nearly trip and skid to a stop, leaning my back against a tree. I taste blood, so that's where the new dog is coming from. None good on Saber, since it was just a little bit, but the source of my new churns in my chest. Wait, depending on how you look at this is actually better. Saber would be pretty upset about the rest of food if I threw up. Actually, knowing Saber, she might well cut me in half for it. Ha. Yep, that's funny. The bit of levity lends me just a little more energy. Okay, break is over. Saber? She wasn't asleep. Saber speaks up from where she lays in my arms. What do you mean I'm done? What the hell, I can't. I just tripped, this is nothing. Hey, Tosaka's come back for some reason.
強がるのは勝手だけどね。いくら夜の森だからって口元の血ぐらい隠しなさい。それじゃあセイバーに心配されるのも当然よ。よかった。リンがいるのなら話が早い。でしょうね。セイバーの言いたいことはわかるわ。時間もないことだし、そこの大バカにもわかるようにさっさと言ってやって。
セイバーノッツ。
リン。私をここに置いていってほしい。私を連れていては逃げきれないし、何よりもう長くは持ちません。
I can't really insist she is being ridiculous. Neither of them needs to remind me how much worse Saber is getting. Saber won't last long. I have the sense she won't make it until morning, the way things are going.
そう。で、シロはこのままセイバーと心中する？
Of course not. I've got no plans to die or to let Saber disappear. If she is going to disappear, I will use my command spells or whatever.
OK。それならいいわ。じゃあ、両方とも解決しましょう。セイバーを助けて、ついでに3人でこの森から脱出する。今後の方針はそれで決まりね。
Huh? My brain feels like a mushy tofu. Tosaka says the damn needles these things and always so casually. Hold on a minute. Yeah, I would like to do that, but we can't.
いいからこっちに来て。言っとくけど、私も簡単にセーバーを死なせる気はないわ。 ええ、この機会は逃さない。あなたにはその責務を果たしてもらう。シローもいいって言ったし、そうしても構わないわよね、セイバー。
Tosaka looks towards Saber meaningfully. Saber doesn't answer, instead she averts her eyes awkwardly. Once we pass through the exceptionally tall trees, something unexpected comes into our view. A ruin?
ここならしばらく身を隠せるでしょ。来る時にね、アーチャーが見つけておいたのよ。万が一の時の隠れ家にしようって。
Trees choke the ruins. Only one of the rooms on the second floor remains more or less intact. The windows are miraculously undamaged, and the brilliant moonlight casts the room in its pale glow.
割合綺麗じゃない。もしかしたら最近まで誰かが寝泊まりしてたのかもね。
Nothing phases this girl. Tosaka steps over the row and pats the bed near the wall with both hands.
シローこっち。セーバーを寝かせないとまずいでしょ。人に抱かれているのって結構体力使うのよ。
Oh yeah, I will be right there. I lay Saber on the bed, beat up on the old bed up bed.
どう？苦しい？セイバー。まだ体を動かすのには問題ない？ええ、シローがここまで運んでくれましたから、まだ体を保っていられるようです。そう。ならあとはこっちの問題だけか。あれから1時間、イリアスフィールが追ってくるにしてももう少し時間はかかるわ。探すのに手間取れば朝方ぐらいまでは隠れていられる。
Oh, she's just reminded me of something. We've run as far as his ruins, but what happened with Berserker and Archer? He stayed in the castle to hold Berserker off. It has already been an hour. Archer should have retreated from the castle by now. Tosaka doesn't respond. She only presses her right hand to her heart like she is clutching something precious. And that's enough to tell me what happened to Archer. Tosaka's command is on her right arm. A master and the servants are connected. In the same way Sarah was able to detect me when I was in danger, a master can sense whether the servant is alive or dead. Tosaka.
まあね、足止めだけでいいって言ったのにさ、あいつ最後までキザだったな。
Silence falls between us. It feels like the silence will last forever, but then...
けど、無駄になんかしない。アーチャーを失った以上、バーサーカーはここで倒す。
The sound of Tosaka punching her hand into her fist breaks the silence.
悔やむのはここまでよ。悩んでいる暇があったら行動するのが私の信条。ここまで来たら、あなたにも覚悟を決めてもらうからね。
Huh? What kind of decision?
決まってるじゃない。イリアスフィール、バーサーカーを倒す覚悟よ。セイバーを連れてたらこの森からは出られないし、彼女を自然に回復させるにしたって時間がかかる。どのみちイリアに追いつかれるわ。わかる？私たち3人揃って森を出るにはバーサーカーを倒すしかない。それができなければ私たちもアーチャーの後を追うだけよ。
Defeat Berserker? That monster? Defeat that invincible variant of death? I can't imagine that being possible. If we fight, we die. Tosaka should understand that perfectly herself. Is her plan still to defeat him, even knowing that? No, that's wrong. What am I saying? Tosaka's not saying we can beat it. She's not so blindly optimistic. Yeah, got it. We're not going to beat him to win. I should have realized that from the very beginning. We have to beat him, don't we? That is all there is to it. If we don't want to die here, we have to defeat that monster.
そういうことよ。けど、それほど絶望的な状況ってわけでもないわ。いくらバーサーカーだって、アーチャーと戦った後なら何らかの傷を負っているはずよ。私だってとっておきの宝石を全部持ってきてるし、セイバーさえ回復すれば打開策の一つや二つは作り出せるわ。逆に言えばね、 バーサーカーが傷を負っている今こそイリアスフィールを倒せる最大の機会だと思わない？
But is there a way to heal Saber? This isn't the best the best place to treat her.
ううん、セイバーの治療に場所は関係ないわ。セイバーは単に魔力切れで弱っているだけだもの。一定量の魔力さえ補充してあげれば、あとは以前通りの能力を発揮してくれる。
Tosaka's explanation reminds me of late last night. She said that Saber's magical energy was mostly gone, which is why to restore Saber's magical energy.
いい？セイバーを助けたいなら、セイバー自身に人を襲わせて魂を食べさせるしかない。なら答えは一つよ。レイジを使いなさい、エミヤ君。それで最悪の事態は避けられるわ。
I have 2 command spells left. I will use one to make Saber attack people so she can devour the sword to replenish her magical energy. If Saber won't recover, we can't defeat Berserker. If we can't defeat Berserker, then he will kill us. I look at Saber where she lies. We are just letting her suffer at this point, but no, I still can't agree to let Saber attack innocent people.
ええ。今回は私も同意よ。
Huh?
これが他の場所だったらその提案をしたでしょうけどね。でもここはイリアスフィールの庭の中、人の魂なんかどこにもない。あの城の中にはバーサーカーとイリアスフィール以外の誰かがいるかもしれないけど、それを探しに行くのはミスミス七に赴くようなものよ。
For Saber to eat souls, we'll have to be out of this place, so that's not going to happen right now. Tosaka nods. I'm relieved not to have to make Sabers attack people, but then how are we supposed to replenish Saber's magical energy? So what do we need to do, Tosaka? This real problem comes from me not being able to provide Saber with magical energy.
方法はあるわよ。その昨日ってもう一昨日に説明したでしょ。サーバントに魔力を分け与える方法は共有の魔術とそれ以外にわずかな方法しかないって。あの時はまあこんな状況になるとは思わなかったから言わなかったんだけど。
I tried to think back to our conversation last that night. Now that she mentioned it, she said something like,
まあ召喚時にセーバーとパスが通っているはずだからまだ方法があるかもしれないけど。
I think that's what Tosaka said. I remember now. You said something about the path, and that there's some other method besides magecraft. Right? Or did I get it wrong? At the time, I was shocked to learn that I had to make Saber attack people, so I might have misheard her. Tosaka, is there another way?
まあね、私がサポートできる範囲で2つ。この状況だと荒っぽい方になるわ。いい？セイバーの魔力不足は素人のパスが不完全だからよ。彼女を回復させるにはこのパスを完全な形に通し直すしかない。
That is probably the best solution, but I don't know how to do it. Saber's summoning was messed up from the start. If I had been able to make a connection to supply her with magical energy, we wouldn't be in this mess.
話自体は簡単よ。素人セイバーを共感状態にして霊的なパスをつなぎ直すだけ。そのためにセイバーにシローの魔術回路を移植するの。
Transplant my magic circuits to Saber?
セイバーとシローのパスを新しくするには霊的に重要な器官を移植するしかないわ。サーバントとマスターが聖杯の力を借りているのなら、それに匹敵する強い結合を生み出さないとパスは通らない。そのためにはマスターの魔術回路をサーバントに移植する。それくらいやらないとシローの力がセイバーには届かないから。
Magic circuits. An indispensable mechanism for mages that uses out to activate mana. It's the core of mage's existence, and without it, the magical energy that serves as a source of mage's power can't be created. To a mage, the magic circuits are more important than life itself. They see them as the thing that gives their existence value.
サーバントの回路をマスターに移植するのは危険すぎるわ。ゴーストライナー、それも英霊の回路は死にゆく人の体に移しても強烈な拒絶反応しかもたらさない。そうなると残された手はシローの回路をセイバーに移植するしかないってこと。でも それは張り巡らされた神経を引きちぎられることと同じよ。そうなればその負担は
entirely on the one offering the transplant, ripping out nerves in the same as amputating fingers or even arms.
待ってください、リン。それはあまりにもシローに。
そうしないと誰も生き残ることはできない。あなたなら分かっているはずよ、セイバー。
I gulp as quietly as I can. I have to get my priorities straight. We don't have time for me to hesitate when what needs is to be done is clear. Tosaka, can you make this work?
成功させるわ。でも成功させることはそのまま安全につながるわけじゃない。失敗させるつもりはさらさらないけど、成功すればシローの魔術回路はセイバーに奪われる。むしろ失敗した方がいいんじゃないかって思えるほどの喪失感と苦痛を生むでしょうね。もし魔術回路を奪われれば、それはシローが
it would mean that my secondary nerve, my missing magic circuits, would be like a piece torn from my psyche, and would damage the spiritual body's integrity, creating a fatal flaw in me as a mage. I will never regain that missing piece for as long as I live. My hope of becoming a full-fledged mage from experience alone will die. Once I lose my foundation, my magic circuits, I will always be incomplete no matter what. And not for my own sake. Is that all? I would rather save Saber. Okay, let's do it, Tosaka.
早っ。決断が早いのはいいけど、本当にどういうことなのか分かってるの？
I do, you already told me.
分かってるわけないじゃない。いい？セイバーを救うために私はシローに魔術師として死ねと言っているようなものなのよ。なのにどうしてそんなに反論もしないでうなずいて。
Because I don't have any objections. I am agreeing because it's the best plan we have. You should be more confident in your own plan. Seeing you panic like this is making me worry. And if you don't do this, Saber can fight Berserker, right?
そうよ。そうだって言ってるじゃない。
See, and it is not like we haven't made any sacrifices. We have to fight and win, since he bought us time. Oh. His stance told me to go. I didn't like him, but if he was willing to risk his life to protect his master, Tosaka, I can't back out now.
いいわ。始めましょう、シロ。
Yeah, are you ready, Saber? We're going to transplant my magic circuits to you.
それがマスターの判断なら。
I hear neither affirmation nor denial in her voice. But her eyes seem filled with regret. Ich bin gerade, also ich sag mal so, ich hatte eigentlich im Kopf, dass der Kampf zwischen Berserker und Archer, okay, ich kenne natürlich nicht nur die Anime-Fassung, und da wurde der Kampf zwischen Berserker und Archer gezeigt, auch in der ersten Storyline, in der ich jetzt eindeutig drin hänge. Daher, ich weiß nicht, ob das im Manga, ich meine hier in der Visual Novel, der vielleicht gar nicht gezeigt wurde oder eventuell hier nachkommt. Also sozusagen als Rückblende. I guess Tosaka is going to prepare us for the transplant. I don't know the procedure, so I just have to leave it all to Tosaka.
まずはセイバーからね。シローは魔術回路をオンにしたまま、できるだけ心を乱さないように待機していて。
I close my eyes and switch over the artificial nerve in my body. Thanks to Tosaka's instruction, I've been able to turn my circuits on and off effortlessly. A red flower entangles the white flower. Tosaka climbs up to Dreadicuz, who lies still. Then she begins to run her fingers freely along the curves of Saber's slender form. Also ich gehe mal davon aus, dass hier keine, sagen wir mal, sehr expliziten Bilder dabei sein werden bei der Version. Im Original ist es wahrscheinlich anders. Beziehungsweise es gibt wahrscheinlich Fassungen, die um einiges expliziter sind. Tosaka, what are you doing to Saber?
何って、セイバーにもリラックスしてもらおうと思って。セイバーが力を抜いてくれないと成功率が下がっちゃうし。
Okay, sorry, continue.
ええ、どうも。それじゃあ服を脱ぎましょうか、セイバー。
What?
いちいち驚かないの。脱ぐって言っても一部だけよ。魔術回路の移植は精神と体の融合よ。できるだけ接触を多くして遮蔽を少なくしなきゃいけないでしょ。
Tosaka is completely calm about this. Saber and I are the only two who are flustered about this as Tosaka begins undoing Saber's collar.
待ってください、リン。それでしたら自分ででき。
腕を上げるのも辛いくせに強がらないで。はあ、それともエミヤくん、マスターの責務としてセーバーを自分で脱がせたいとか。
Jetzt ärgert sie, jetzt ärgert ihn. I want to call her a fool, but I snap my mouth shut. All jokes aside, I'm not suited to a task like that. If I had to do it, I wouldn't be able to maintain my composure. Sorry, I'm leaving everything to you.
よろしい。そういうわけだから白も脱ぎなさい。は、上着脱ぐだけでいいから。下まで全部脱いだら殺すからね。
I can't tell if she's joking or being serious. It seems like I need to strip to connect with Saber though.
白、お願いです。しばらく背を向けていていただけないでしょうか。
Got it. Tell me when you are ready. I turn away and fold the shirt I was wearing. I try to distract myself and hide how nervous I am by folding the shirt up neatly, sleeves and all.
大丈夫？セイバー。
はい。だいぶ楽になりましたが。
I need to calm down. I try to get my fear under control, as if I find myself dreading how painful and difficult the magic circuit transplant will be, and how it might fail. This is just a step along the path. I should be more worried about the fight with Berserker that comes after this.
いいわよ、白。
Okay. I forget to breathe. I've seen her bare skin before, but I've never seen Saber like I'm seeing her now as she lies in bed. It must be all this tension in the air. It's not just me, Saber is acting weird too. She acted normal when I saw her bare skin before.
白、こっち。ここに上がってセイバーに覆いかぶさって。
It's like someone else is controlling my body. I'm walking towards the bed, but it doesn't seem real to me.
セイバー、同調までは私がやるわ。それからあとはあなたにお願いするけど、持っていきすぎないように注意して。少なければ少ないほどシローの負担は減るから。
わかりました。お願いします、リン。
I have no idea what they are saying. Right now, it's all I can do to breathe. We get even closer, we are so close. Our skin is almost touching. I feel Saber's weak breath on me. I support my weight on my hands. My body is so close to hers.
遠隔準備。
Wieso habe ich da jetzt auf Deutsch Auftrag wird ersetzt?
棒が接続開始。
Das dritte Element wird als das erste gekennzeichnet. Das Fleisch geht einmal zum Teil des Sternes zurück. The chant begins. I try to focus my consciousness on what's happening, to clear my mind, so I can sympathize with Saber.
小さく、小さく、小さく。
Sie fliegen hochschnell weit zu Morgen.
円環航路開
Sie
始。
zurückschauen. I only see Saber's face. She is already in a meditative state. I can't keep my eyes open forever. I reluctantly close my eyes.
大きく、大きく、大きく、大きく。
Ja, da ist ein Typo. Da dürfte keine Leerstelle sein.
愛路行動、連続閉鎖。
Nee, Vorherbe. Vorherbe kenne ich auch nicht. My senses begin to fade. It's the same floating sensation as when I create my magic circuits. Every night. The feeling of my ego, my mind leaving my body. This time though, it's running in reverse. Normally I feel that sensation coming from my back. But right now my consciousness is escaping from my chest. The 5 senses are functions associated with the physical body. The moment my consciousness leaves my body, I lose my sense of hearing. But my ears are more sensitive to Saber's breathing. Her slow, steady breathing begins to speed up. I hear the heart pounding in my chest. Blood rushes through my veins. I leave the vessel known as Shiroemia and slide into her body. My consciousness sinks deeper into her. My self swirls and converges, invading her as a solid crystal, pulsing a hot breath. Our hearts, not our bodies, touch.
シロ
Her voice rings out like a bell, and in response, my essence escapes my physical body. My senses are transformed. I have no hands, no legs, no self, but I continue on in this bare state. Time seems to flow backward. Instead of flying, I feel as if I'm being left behind. I accelerate. The body, persona, order, law. I become an arrow, shattering every barrier around me, destroying the boundaries that separate one person from another. Sparks race along the circuit. I freeze in the ecstasy of reaching the speed of light. They say a person's life flashes by in a single instant. The flashbacks are cruel. Every instant passes by in the blink of an eye. I can't look at it directly, so I find myself going in emotionally numb. So this is a mental journey. I'm reminded just how comforting our physical bodies, our anchors, can be. I visualize the foundation of matecraft. The human operation is quantified. Hundreds of institutions, millions of joints from a circle. The endless complex patterns are in fact just a highway formed by a simple repetition, all heading into the vastness of the future. It's like a vehicle of some kind, heading toward a darkened city of light. Here in the present, my thoughts pass by at the speed of light. Eternity passes in an instant. I pass through the last boundary. I break through, and I am inside her. I see a glimpse of Altria's magic circuits, not my own. The changes are extreme. The speed and light of the world vanishes all at once. Here it is dark. Here it is heavy. The pressure of it pushes against my bodiless form. The air is so thick I may as well be underwater. My body sinks, feeling only the agony of being clamped in a vice. The path is deep and I can see the bottom. I feel myself fall through the thick twilight, plummeting deeper into an even denser darkness. It seems impossible that just a moment ago I traveled 10,000 miles in the blink of an eye. Now, even going a single mile seems like it would be an arduous, eternal journey. I feel neither light nor hope. Are these really Saber's magic circuits? They're completely different from mine. The shape of the circuits, the number of pathways, all that differs from person to person, but this is unlike anything else. This isn't a matter of scale or ability. Saber's magic circuits are fundamentally different than the mage's. The path rumbles. Every time it does, my tiny self nearly shatters. I don't know what Saber's magic circuits are like, but I can tell the sympathizing magecraft is functioning properly. This is not a failure. The dark hairy president of this place doesn't seem like Saber, but it's also not an impure place. It's brimming with life. The flowing air is blood and a swirl of magical energy. I realize I've forgotten to breathe. I haven't needed to. Sinking is painful, but it's not life-threatening. I look up into the darkness I've sunk into, but it seems to be past the point of no return. I can't see anything in this darkness. I am submerging gradually, but the distance ahead is infinite. The air grows even heavier. My rate of descent slows yet again. I squint into the darkness. The seemingly endless road does have an end. I feel the heat of Saber's body. I feel her every breath so close. The final destination. I reach the source of Saber's magic circuits, the center of her mental world. But what I see is beyond my capacity to understand. It's the core of a star. I've reached the embodiment of some impossible, scorching heat, breathing from the depths of the earth. Ich würde sagen, an dem Punkt beende ich mal diese Folge. Vielen Dank fürs Zuschauen und bis zum nächsten Mal. Ciao.